Big Easy, today in New Orleans, Louisiana. Caesars Superdome, home of the RNL Carriers New Orleans Bowl. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Georgia Southern Eagles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Gamecocks offense will have the football first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
And it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you...
Dashes him in the middle. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville State.
These offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. He'll bring it out. It's Garcia. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So Georgia Southern's offense will go to work for the first time today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We're just going to see what they do today.
And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in. They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Smacks him with the stiff arm. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. The Gamecocks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking to throw, it's Hubbard. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Live by the blitz, get hit with a chunk play on the blitz too, especially if you're man up on that dude.
And you know what? You lose some battles, especially to receivers like this who are so elite. You're going to lose some of those, but I'm still going to be aggressive. I'm still going to play man. I'm still going to have to bring some blitzes. So I look for this defense to stay aggressive, but maybe give that guy a...
That ball is live in the backfield. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back.
Quick handoff. And they get him down.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again?
He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Off-play action on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Clements. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. And the Eagles in the hurry-up.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Makes his man miss. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. They just keep firing. He's got him in the flat. Powers through the defender. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
You know, one of the areas that separate good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offenses are on 3rd down passing plays. That was the perfect call at the perfect time and obviously executed well.
From the gun, the running back looking for for room. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. The deep thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Pick off! What a play by this defense! He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on O. And he put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Looking for a crease to the left. At the 40, there he goes. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
Opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Looking to scramble. Throwing on the run. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a great thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and just on to the next down.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Punch it out of the air. There he goes. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Gamecocks have their offense in high gear. They're looking to pass from the red zone. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll try the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for space, it's Buck. Nice move there. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Georgia Southern in a hurry.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Clements. He's out of bounds after the good pickup, and what a way to end the first period. Guys, Jacksonville State has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. When they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So 1st down here as they go back to work. complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll leave it with the lone back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Eagles come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Gets it out fast. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. To the air on first down. Looking for a deep man. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Backed up now. Here's second and long.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Georgia Southern will have it now, first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry, and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He's at the 50. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Gamecocks. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row. Now they've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Clements. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. That last completion sets him up on second down. Back to pass. The short hands. It's Clements. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Oh, the big fella running to glory. Touchdown, Eagles. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep two hands on the ball. That time. Got hit, the ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
Georgia Southern, sack.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Wants to throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. Finally brought down the one play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Swings it out to the flat. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Eagles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to throw again. Rushes on him. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, as a receiver, you know that ball's going to be coming in hot, right? QB throwing you a receiver screen. He's got to get it to you quickly. Just got to do a better job looking it in.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Using the back as a receiver on the screen.
Well, the offense on 3rd down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north. But defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up 4th down.
Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. It's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
You normally don't see this guy miss throws like that. That was a pretty short throw. He can normally make those in his sleep, but with the incompletion, we're now setting up 3rd down.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. A strike downfield. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, thanks. Talk about an entertaining first half, and always such a fun and vibrant environment there at the New Orleans Bowl. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the New Orleans Bowl.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Soft spot in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. Georgia Southern in a hurry.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys on the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. And you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Pulls it in. It's Buck. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds. The Eagles with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Finds his man in the middle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Eagles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Wants to throw on 3rd. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
One of the areas they really focused on this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. Power football with the run. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
The quick out. And the defense drags him.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Give to the running back. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in, turning it on! They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The Eagles racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? His big tight end. Touchdown, Eagles! And here they come, almost all the way back. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets a block. Got a little room. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and then guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they stay on target with the extra point of 35-21. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. He'll return it. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game, as we're starting to get late. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Great place to start for this offense. Leaves it with the running back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, they'll try the middle. At the 35, he's open. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Georgia Southern in a hurry.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man downfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now. Get ready for another one.
Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
He's got an open man. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that they're looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride in stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in games.
First play of the drive comes from the 22. Back to throw, it's Hubbard. Grabbed over the middle, it's Dickens. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. We've come to the break, and Jacksonville State has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll leave it with him. Breaks into the open. Ripping through the defense. What a run to get them into enemy territory, and he's out of bounds at the 40.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
The Gamecocks just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. They'll give it to him again. inside the 25. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
They've really got this offense humming. Just a 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Calls his own number. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And they stop him again for no gain, and it will be 3rd down. They got mauled on the last play. Do they have anything that'll work on 3rd and goal from the 2? They're going to run it. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle. And the Eagles headed quickly to the line.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again. Catch in the middle. It's Clements. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. Looking downfield on 1st down. Slips a tackle. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still breaking.
And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season, also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games. I'll tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving it.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give and tick, 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 tick. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Eagles can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. And it's his 4th interception of the game. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. On the move. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Hubbard. Under fire. Unleashes one. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Makes the grab. It's Clements.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
No gain on the play. 3rd down coming.
And the Eagles come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to get the first through the air. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. The give to the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Right back to the well. Got the first down and more. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it's